and I was at a networking meeting, and there was a person there who was a business coach, and they had a product that they were selling, which was kind of a lead magnet, I guess you would call it, right? And the thing that they were selling was just wrong. It was factually incorrect, and it pissed me off. It made me so angry because I remember being vulnerable, and I remember times where I would have written a check for $10,000 for somebody to help me, just to have the feeling that somebody was going to help me, let alone to actually solve the problem or not. And it really made me angry that a person was not even aware that they were selling something that was just factually wrong. And so I kind of went through my Rolodex in my head. And I'm like, how could it? Well, before I did that, I asked myself, how could this be? And the answer was, this person never owned a business before. They had gone to school and got a business degree or whatever. And then I started kind of going through my Rolodex in my head and like, who are the business coaches I know? And I knew about 12 at the time. And the next question was, how many of those have ever owned their own business? And the answer was one. One out of the 12 I knew had ever owned a business. And that really made me angry for a bunch of reasons. Mostly, though, because I felt that people in these situations where they're trying to make payroll, they got more stress than they can take on. If you catch them at the right moment, they're extremely vulnerable, and they have access to a large amount of money in a checking account. It just made me angry. And so I said, you know what? Rather than complaining about it, I'm just going to start helping people. And then, like most things in life, I wasn't really confident that I could really help people. And even though I'd been working with folks for a while, and then there was this kind of moment where I knew I was on the right track. I was working with somebody who'd been in business for 30 years, and I was just questioning myself, like, what could I possibly teach this person, right? And it turns out this person's like my biggest fan. Like they, the way that they explain how the shift that's happened in their business by teaching the things I teach with our stuff, the stages and identifying the right problem and problem solving correctly and building that culture. Once I knew I could help that person, then I was like, I know I'm on the right track. I love what I do. My favorite part of my quote unquote regular job was mentoring the future leaders. This gives me a chance to do what I like and I love. And it's just been awesome. And again, I keep going back to, there's a ton of business coaches. There's not a ton of business coaches who own a business, and it's bewildering to me. One of the things that I would like explain to folks is you cannot learn how to do ballet by reading a book. You cannot learn how to play a piano by reading a book. You can't learn to play golf by reading a book. You certainly cannot learn how to run a business by reading a book.
That is a true story.